When I first started the game, I made an account name, and in Danish it was called The Bad One. And then I just started playing more and more, and then when I got up in higher ranking and I joined European teams, they didn't like my name because it was in Danish, so I had to change the name.
And you can see how the effect of the Trashy was in.
Trashy, that was beautiful! Nuke Duck had used the distortion and Trashy just body slam flashes in.
My cousin introduced me to the game, but at that time I didn't actually play it. He just only showed me the game. But at this time I was playing a game called Trackmania, which is like a car game. I was actually playing it on a pretty high level, like in the top of Europe. And some of the guys I was playing it with started playing League. So we were just like casually trolling around in League sometimes. And then it just kind of went from there, like I was playing it more and more. And then suddenly I started becoming better at the game. And then League of Legends kind of took over from Trackmania. Some of my friends knew it, some of my friends didn't. Mostly like girls didn't know I was playing because it was pretty turn off in the beginning that you were playing video games all day. More of my friends know it now. Most of my friends actually know it since now I live of it and live in Germany. My parents on the other hand were pretty supportive. They always told me to kind of go with whatever I felt like doing.
Couple Trashy's looking to prove us wrong. The Chains of Corruption land. Suncook's and Trashy combo up perfectly, and Trashy secures the kill.
At some point I got up in like high rankings, and it kind of just went from there. Like then I started joining teams, playing competitive in Denmark first with some of my friends, and we were winning some tournaments in Denmark, and I kind of got a feel for it, and I wanted to compete. I love competing, so I got picked up by a European team and got to travel around Europe and play tournaments, and I really just enjoyed it, so I pursued the dream of going pro.
Get rid of it, and Trashy will come to help out, so even if Trashy could have won, Trashy will finish this off. Kill secured.
I was having a rough time in Europe. Most teams were kinda not choosing me over other junglers at the time, and I kinda felt like I kinda had one chance back, and that was to take an offer from America and just go with it and see how far I could get.
Trolls them, but they're going to close the game out. Enemy eSports, welcome to the North American League Championship Series.
All the guys in Enemy were great guys, and we were working well together. Even though it ended up pretty poorly with us getting relegated in the end, and our season was pretty bad in the LCS, I learned a lot about myself in the time, and a lot about what I wanted to do with myself in my life, and that's kind of why I decided to go back to Europe. The spring split was we went into it and we only had like 1 week prior to the start with Yamato as coach. With time I realized that I was actually really clueless about the game, honestly what I should do in the game. It took a long time for us, not only me but also the other players, to kind of understand how we should play the game. That's why in a lot of the games it was rough for us. We lost a lot of games of like basic stuff that we failed, and then it just looks really ugly in the games. For me and the rest of the team it was a lot of like learning experience, and we were just really focusing on getting learning as much as possible every week. And of course when you lose a lot, I have lost so much games in LCS, and a lot of people have seen me as a really bad player.
The players, Trashy's going to have a lot to talk about because he's going to get taken out. Overeager.
In the past, criticism was very, very rough for me. I lost a lot of my confidence in myself from the criticism, and it can make you really depressed, honestly. It's definitely not an easy life. Like you have to be very strong mentally to be able to compete for a long time. But what made me going is that my team believed in me and my coach believed in me.
Oh, nobody expected, the Splyce, and look at how they came in, and I had that place 9. No. This is a top tier team, and they're looking to improve. They have a sense of polish on their play.
We are one of the few teams, I think, that has a lot of different styles of play. Like we can play to top we can play to mid, we can play to bot, kind of like G2 is trying to do with Expect as well, where they want to be able to play at every side of the map, and that's what we do too, and that makes us a bit more unexpected. Like, people can't 100% predict what we're gonna do in pick and ban, etc. So we are just working well together. We have a good environment, and I think we are just doing our best every day.